Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 9th episode of the 4th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the better ones of the season so far. And it was the girls and the guys spending time together, separately. It was all the boys, they was queuing up waiting for Indiana Jones movie, showing with extra 21 seconds of action-packed goodness. And basically Sheldon wanted to queue up at 5 p.m. when it's obviously showing at midnight, and the guys was like, look, calm down, chill, mate, you're being a bit extreme. And it turns out, he was right, because Will Wheaton and his crew turned up again and took the last 4 spaces, and they waited all night and didn't get in it. So Sheldon decided, you know what, I'm going to sneak in, I'm going to actually steal the actual tape, or whatever you want to call it, which is quite funny, him running and everybody chasing after him. But I actually really enjoyed the fact that Penny was back and she spent some time with Amy and Bernadette, and he was having a sleepover, and we was getting to know Amy a little bit more. And, seeing her personality. And I was saying last episode, not in a negative way, but, Sheldon used to be the one that used to stick out, that he was different. But now, like, she does as well. And it's going to be interesting to see how everybody kind of clicks with her, because it took a lot of time for people to warm and get to Sheldon and obviously understand his personality. And that's how it is now with the female version of him. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be interesting to see how Bernadette and obviously Penny, warmed her and how much time they spent together, because I thought it was decent last episode. And, it just excites me, and I can't wait to see, obviously, how we progress. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy today's episode, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
You know who's got to be the bravest person in the Marvel Universe? Whoever has to give She-Hulk a bikini wax.
Bravest person in the Marvel Universe is the doctor who gives Wolverine his prostate exam.
What about the guy who gets a prostate exam from Wolverine?
Now you're just being silly. Yes, the elevator's out of order. You'll have to use the stairs. Well, of course you can. Pizza dates back to the 16th century, while the first elevator was not installed until 1852.
I'll go get Penny while that guy spits on our food. Yes. Oh, is Penny here?
Oh, hey, Leonard, I see you met my dad.
Oh, good. Context.
Come on in, buddy. Take a load off.
Oh, gee, Dad, Leonard can't stay. He just dropped by to say hello. Thanks for stopping by, sweetie. I'll see you later.
That was odd.
Are you sure you have enough comics? You're going to be monitoring the telescope for 12 hours, and by my estimate, you've only selected 7 hours of reading material.
I don't need more comics. Howard's gonna stop by. We're gonna play Intergalactic Battleship and Indian Monopoly.
I care for novelty editions of Monopoly. I prefer the classics, regular and Klingon.
Really, indie Monopoly is just like regular, except the money's in rupees. Instead of hotels, you build call centers. When you pick a chance card, you might die of dysentery.
Guess what just happened?
You went out in the hallway, stumbled into an interdimensional portal, which brought you 5,000 years into the future, where you took advantage of the advanced technology to build a time machine, and now you're back to bring us all with you to the year 7010, where we are transported to work at the Thinkatorium by telepathically controlled flying dolphins?
No.
Oh.
Introduced me to her father, kissed me, and then shut the door in my face. Penny kissing me is not insane. She used to kiss me all the time.
Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Oh, this takes me back. Leonard obsessing about Penny. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love your new stuff, but once in a while, it's nice to hear the hits.
I'm starting to think we're never going to see that pizza.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about
So
that.
you're probably wondering what that was all about.
What, the kissing and everything? Nah, women do that to me all the time.
You're the first guy he's ever really approved of. Told him we split up, he was heartbroken, and he kept bugging me, how's Leonard? Why can't you get back together with Leonard? I bet Leonard never tipped a cow over on himself. So, to get him off my back, I told him we work things out.
It's all in his court now.
How do we manage that?
Get over yourself, I whistled, you came running. Whatever, will you please just play along until my dad leaves? I'm not in front of my dad.
Relax. I've seen you do a lot worse with a lot stupider. Taking your gal out for a steak dinner. You want to join us?
Oh, Dad, that's nice, but Leonard has to work, right, Leonard?
I do. I have to work. But I'm gonna blow that off to spend the evening with my sweetie and her father.
To be fair, like, I'm actually excited to see this. Leonard's, he's basically all in his court, to be honest. He can have as much fun as he wants to do with it. And it can either go 2 ways. Well, one, it can piss her off a little bit, and make her actually blurt it out and tell her dad that they're not actually together. Or if he played it right, which I don't think he's going to, you know, she can actually realise that he's a great guy again, and, you know, she misses these situations and, you know, spending time with him and having these dates, and it could work in her favour of wanting him back. Because we did say last episode when Amy was talking to her and Bernadette, basically, you know, how would he feel? How would she feel if he was with somebody else, you know what I mean? And does she miss him, etc.? And, you know, it was a good question and she didn't want to answer it, did she? So, you know, it's interesting that we jumped into it today, and I'm excited to see what we do.
C7.
Miss.
How could that be a miss? C6 was a hit. C8 was a hit. Part of your starship has to be on C7.
If it has a hole in the middle.
I invited her.
So where's the telescope?
Well, it's in Hawaii, but Raj controls it from here. He's hoping to see Epsilon Eridani dim, which would be evidence of a planet orbiting it.
So we just sit and stare at the screen waiting for something to happen?
I did it with you when we rented the Notebook. You better open up that bottle of wine or I'm gonna end up with swimmers here.
Can't be drinking. I'm about to make an important scientific discovery.
Galileo did his best work while drinking wine.
Dude, can you even open your mouth without spewing a cultural stereotype?
Oh, I'm sorry, Galileo drank Diet Sprite. You should bond, you know, like you and my mom did.
Your mom creeps the hell out of me.
Yes, but she stopped calling you Slumdog Millionaire.
Hold on, wait.
What?
Oh, I was working with penicillin-resistant gonorrhea in the lab today, and I was just trying to remember if I washed my hands.
Do you know, what do you think about this? You know, in this episode here, we've done some light-hearted racism jokes. Like, I don't mind it at all, me. I think there's context to everything, and, like, you could tell that when something's malicious and meant to hurt somebody's feelings, and you could tell when it's between two friends and a bit of banter between them. And, you know, in today's episode, Raj, you know, has been on the end of a couple of little jokes between, obviously, Howard and himself, and I don't mind it, but I'd be interested to know, like, does stuff like that offend you? Because everybody's totally different, and, you know, I feel like in the context of how today is, and obviously the jokes and the banter that they're having, it's totally fine. He's not doing it in a malicious way, he's just doing it more in a friendly banter way, but I could do understand if people don't like that type of stuff, you know, because everybody's totally different.
Thanks for the steak, Wyatt.
My pleasure. It's nice to have dinner with a boyfriend of Penny's that knows how to use a napkin. One genius she was going out with this fella Donnie. Donnie was going to make millions turning farm waste into biofuel and selling it to the government. But all Donnie did was mix pig poop with a little water and pump it into his mom's Camry.
Yeah, okay, I think this ends the ex-boyfriend portion of our evening.
Well, I'm just glad you finally found yourself a keeper.
I'm a keeper.
She's fuming.
Leonard, you want to come in for a nightcap?
Oh, gee, Dad, he'd love to, but Leonard has to work in the morning.
Behind every great man is a nagging woman who won't let him have any fun. Am I right, Leonard?
Don't I know it?
I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, friggity frack, not this again.
4, 5, pass, go, get 2,000 rupees. 6, 7, whoops, can't go any further. There's a sacred cow in my way.
Bernadette, please tell your boyfriend to cool it with the cow jokes.
It won't help. Once he finds a joke he likes, he sticks with it.
Like his haircut material.
Oh, right. Did you get your hair cut?
No, I got them all cut.
Which is still so funny.
Okay, I think that's enough about me.
Let's make fun of his mother.
Howard, come rub my feet. My corns are killing me.
Howard, help me out of that sub. I'm stuck again.
Do you know what, right? I used to have a person that I used to work with, and in the UK anyway, like, instead of we say you all right. Do you know, like, that's just, you see someone say, "Hey, you all right?" And he used to always, no matter how many times a day somebody said, "Hey, you all right?" he'd say, "No, I'm half left." It's like, oh my god, like, because if it's literally like every single time he'd do it every day to the same people, no matter what. Literally, they're not wrong. People do crack the same jokes constantly.
You know what I've been doing for the last hour?
Dreamily doodling Mrs. Leonard Hofstadter in a notebook?
Listening to my father go on and on about what a great guy you are. Leonard!
What do you want me to do? You started this. Do you want to go over and tell him we're broken up?
No!
Well, then what do you want?
I don't know.
I'd like to say I'm very happy that you're back together.
New roommate
If I
agreement.
can figure out a way to do so and sound sincere, I will. I'd like to go over some proposed changes to the roommate agreement, specifically to address Penny's annoying personal habit. The phrase, "oh my god," is number 12.
This is Dr. Kutrapalli in Pasadena. I'd like you to reposition the telescope, please. Scarlett Johansson's house? I'm kidding, Hawaii. Mahalo.
This planet you're looking for could have an atmosphere that supports life.
Maybe. If it did, I'd be famous. Then, instead of living alone in my tiny apartment, I'd have a big mansion. Be intimidated by my wealth and fame. My only friends would be my genetically engineered monkey butler, and the little people I hired to be my living chess set. It's been more than a year since I've even kissed a girl.
What about that hookup at Comic-Con you told me about?
Oh, grow up. I was lying. I lie all the time. Nobody wants to kiss me.
There are a lot of girls out there who want to kiss you.
Where?
You just have to look. Well, this was fun.
Oh, look at that baby. They're really biting, huh?
Yeah, they do that when you set it on easy.
Guess what? We're fishing. Yeah, right here on his couch. The whole thing's bull squirt, huh?
Oh, hey, there's been something I've been meaning to tell you.
Sorry,
Let me
Daddy.
finish.
Oh.
I thought we were past the days when you would try to pull the wool over my eyes. You're a grown woman, and I respect your right to make your own decisions, but all I ask is you respect me enough to be honest about them. Now, why don't you go and put some clothes on, and we'll grab a bite to eat before I head for the airport. Please, please, please don't give up on her.
Gee, I don't know if it's in the cards, sir.
Then stack the deck. Cheat. Lie. I don't care. No, I'm going to do something here to help you along.
Excuse me?
Just don't panic. Now get your sorry lying ass out of my face and make sure I never see it again.
Oh, there you are. Just so you know, I was up all night, but I have finally completed the penny-specific section of the new roommate agreement.
Look how big that is.
Yeah, well, not necessary. We broke up again.
Look how many pages are there. Look at that stuck to him.
Do you even think about other people, Leonard? Do you?
Yo, the transitions are different to these episodes.
Last night.
You know, same old, same old. Looked through a telescope, saw some stars, big whoop.
Last night, Raj accidentally made contact with an alien civilization and has been ordered by the United States government to keep it a secret.
Nothing happened. Can we please just change the subject?
You got to play with Raj's big telescope last night?
Where did that come from?
He never touched my telescope. I can't believe you didn't call me this morning.
To be honest, it makes you laugh because obviously, you know, you've seen Leonard's mum always talking about how they're potentially, you know, in a relationship, and obviously they're always denying it, but they are always close together. And I'm not saying that they're ever going to be in one, but like, it's just funny because obviously, like, her saying it and then seeing stuff like this, it just makes you laugh. And to be honest, it's not really Howard's fault. He got drunk, didn't he, Raj? And he went into kissing his girlfriend, and all he tried to do is basically get in the way, stop it from happening. And he puckered up himself, didn't he? And he took the brunt of it. He got the big smack on the lips, you know what I mean? So it's awkward for them, and obviously that reaction is pretty valid. Now, I did enjoy that last little bit there with Sheldon throwing that roommate agreement all over the place, and obviously the little bit landing on his head. I would have broke down laughing, to be honest, if I was him in doing that scene. But obviously he kept his composure and knocked it out really well, to be honest. It was decent. But, you know, at the end of the day, though, he has his own little things, doesn't he? You know, it's his own fault for how much and in depth he actually goes to these roommate agreements. And he thinks of any he's basically like, do you know, a phone company or something like that, when they say section D, subsection C, you know, area 4.3, and it's like, you know, I said this, this, and this, and that's how in depth he goes. You know, if you think about all the situations that Leonard's actually in, you know, some of the situations that he gets him to basically sign here, here, and here, and he pulls him for, is that far-fetched and crazy that you would never think would actually ever happen, and then some of them actually do, and he can't believe, you know, that he's actually signed it and thought about it. And that's him. He's probably thought of every little thing under the sun that Penny's ever done or ever said, and, you know, and tried to hinder and restrict it. And you know, I did like today's episode how they was kind of back together, even though they wasn't back together, because, like, you know, we've been so used to them seeing together as a couple, and it was nice to see, obviously, Leonard happy and her kind of fuming and upset. Well, I wouldn't say upset, but you know what I mean? She was, you know, she wasn't really happy with his antics. You know, he was going along with it, going to dinner, going in the apartment, chilling with her dad, you know, making contact, going out. And, you know, all she really wanted him to do is just say hi, bye. And that didn't happen. So, you know, it feels like she's back into the thick of it. And, you know, I actually really enjoyed today's episode. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out on the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So, you know, today we've seen the introduction of Penny's dad. I actually feel like he seemed like a nice guy, to be honest. I'm not too sure if it's just him or if her mum's around. I can't remember now if she said that she's just got one parent or two. But it's the first time I've actually really, you know, seen them. We've seen Sheldon's mum. We've seen, obviously, Raj's parents. They're just always on the laptop, aren't they? We're never going to see Howard's mum, I don't think, but we've heard her. And now we've seen her dad. Penny's. Now, interestingly, you know, he seemed like a nice guy, and he was really happy that she was dating Leonard, which, to be honest, if you look at the background and the people that he said that she's dated in the past, you know, Leonard would seem like a godsend. You know what I mean? Seems like a nice, normal guy. Good job, kind, friendly, decent looking guy, respects her and treats her well. You know, what more can a dad really want? And like I said, he wants to have grandkids and he don't want them to be living in a house on wheels, which is pretty funny as well. So all episode he was having a good time and going back and forth, and I like the fact that he actually, you know, told them both off. Well, he didn't really tell Leonard off, did he? He told Penny off and moaned a little bit, but I thought what he actually said was really good, actually. I thought it was like a good parent speech. He didn't say anything out of line, didn't really disrespect her, said a lot of knowledge, a lot of sense. And then obviously when he sent her in a room to get changed to send him to the airport, he went over and begged Leonard to carry on pursuing his daughter, obviously. Do whatever he can, even though the stacks are against him. Build the deck higher, he's saying, so that he can actually get back together. I'm all for it, to be honest. I enjoyed them being together. It never felt too forced. It never felt like they needed to break up. And, you know, I'd like to see, obviously, all couples rocking and rolling. And it'd be nice to end the show, obviously, with 4 couples going. Everybody have somebody on their side. But I'm not too sure that's going to happen. But, you know, so far I'm loving what's happening with everybody. The use of the characters. And, obviously, I can't wait to see more of everybody, you know, together in a collective with all the 3 females and all of the guys. So thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.